What's up? How y'all doing, man? We back with another episode. This episode 6, man. My name is Jordan. I'm here with Chris and Priest.
Yes,
You can
sir.
follow my boy on Instagram. His podcast too. He joining us today to talk some NBA second round matchups. Man, we gonna get right into it on another episode of Beyond the Game. All right, man. So we're gonna start in the East.
Ooh.
The 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 Knicks, bro. The Knicks done really. The Knicks have done something out there in the East, man. They shook up the league. What's y'all thoughts on it? We can start with game one. In game one, uh, the Knicks won in overtime. It was 108 to 105. The Celtics went 15 for 60 from three, bro. Like, how you putting up 60 of them things?
Bro. So here's my thing with the Celtics, right? You probably have two of the best drivers in the NBA,
Jason
and
Tatum for getting
Jalen
16,
Brown
bro.
and Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
There is no reason you should shoot more than 43s, I say, because that's what they do.
That's what, yeah.
But this is one of them situations in this series specifically where they're literally living or dying by it, and they've been dying by it.
Dying.
And they get to the point where they got these good leads, but that's something that we all know as watching fans of basketball and also playing as well. It's a game of runs, and if your
Mm-hmm.
runs are consistent of jacking up threes, which is in game one, they was up 15, and then the Knicks started going on the run. They broke it down a little bit, and then the Celtics just kept shooting threes. I go back to one play in particular. It was a 2-on-1, and Jason Tatum shot a three in the corner and missed it, and the Knicks got a layup on the other end.
That's
That type
NBA
of stuff
today,
right
though.
there, yeah. That's the type of thing. Like I understand that's pretty much what won you a chip
Yeah.
last year, but this is a whole different team. The Knicks built their team for this moment
But
specifically. Like they literally built their team
that's
for this moment.
that's why they went and got Cat.
That
That's
for that exact reason. Okay, you're gonna shoot 1,003, but we're gonna punish you. You know what I'm saying, by being relentless, and that's the key to what the Knicks are doing. They just relentless, and they got the human wrecking ball at the one spot. He doing whatever he wants to whoever he wants. So
yeah, Jalen
it's
Brunson.
literally. And don't get me wrong, Tibbs trip. I think he'd be tripping playing 6 people, 7 people. But against a team like the Celtics, that's what you have to do. Like you got to stick to your guns. You got to roll with it. You have
He
to
could
roll
be
with them.
playing the Bulls and he gonna play six niggas. It don't
Oh,
matter
Exactly.
who.
100%, 100%, 100%, 100%,
Exactly.
100%. But in this situation, it's really just it's unfortunate that the Celtics, with Jason being hurt and everything, what they're going through. But it's it's an old saying: you live by it, you die by it. And boy, they are getting killed.
Yeah. Like right now, like was texting Jordan last night about it. The Celtics are just straight up selling. Like game
Hmm.
one, during game
Hmm.
one, bro.
Hmm.
I understand Porzingis gets hurt, but still, in game one, you go 15 for 60. Even the next, 17 for 37. So you still got outshot by the three.
By the three ball, that's what I'm.
Three ball, the three
You
ball,
got Peyton
But this,
Pritchard coming off the bench. Like, bro,
launching them,
sixth man
but
of
launching
the
it's
them.
year.
it's not even like the Knicks. They shot well from the field, bro, but they shot 55% from the free throw line.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
Like the
you
Celtics.
had a lead too. Like,
This ain't
20-point lead twice.
as much as I want to give the Knicks credit, bro. This ain't the Knicks winning. This is the Celtics giving this series away. Like, because they just handing it over. Like, and then you look at the way both of game one and game two, the ending of that, like, bro.
exactly, bro.
Here you go. Here go the win. That's here goes the win for you. That's exactly what they're doing. You're right. They're handing it over to him.
You let Cat get 21 to 17 in game two is fucking wild. Like, that's the
Hold
last
on.
thing I would
Hold on.
expect.
Cat is him, bro.
I
Let
was
us
gonna say,
we not going to disrespect Cat, bro. We're not going to disrespect Cat.
Cat went for what 60 last year in a
Listen,
game.
Cat
Cat can
averaged
do it.
23 and 13 this year. And he did it in New York with all that pressure. You know the pressure
Cat
coming.
can do it.
Yeah,
Cat
He
can
can
hoop.
do it, bro.
I can
Cat
understand
might
he
be a
can
little
do it,
zesty, but he can
but you let
hoop.
him do that in a game where they only win by 1 point. I would have
Oh, for
expected that to
sure.
come for like a game one type performance.
For sure. But see, that's what you said with the Celtics is like right on it, bro. Like they are literally jacking and selling themselves out of the game. Like every single one of them. It doesn't, and it's like Joe Mazzulla, what are you gonna do? This goes to my point I said a long time ago that he's not a great coach. He's not a great coach. How do you not adjust? How do you not adjust? If you
Put him
see that
down.
we're shooting too many threes and you got the two best drivers in the NBA, of the best drivers in the NBA on your team, what are you settling for?
What is
they're four
this?
shots and they're forced.
I got a question for you though. What is this Celtics team if coach down in Houston don't ever go down there? He stay right there in Boston. Ime Udoka.
We wouldn't be talking about them right now. We wouldn't be talking about them in the sense of
They'll
they
be
down three
handling their
one.
business. They'll be handling their business,
A
bro.
hundred
Yeah.
percent. 100%. We
They'll
seen
be.
him in Houston. He can coach his
He
ass
turning
off,
them.
bro.
What he turning them into some
Yeah, them
real
young
hoopers. I mean,
boys.
Bro,
he got some ball players, but
he
boys,
can coach his ass
they
off,
should
bro.
know. You're not telling me they should have taken Golden State to 6 games
Come
or
on
seven
now.
games, bro.
That shows
Seven,
what he
bro.
can do. And if he had see Joe Mazzulla, y'all remember when Steve Kerr came into the Mark Jackson Warriors situation. Joe Mazzulla just
Yeah,
came into the best situation possible. A team that got guys that done been to the finals, that went to the Eastern Finals multiple times, very seasoned in the playoffs, and you have two guys on your team that can give you 40 to whatever any day. You come into a
yeah.
situation like that, you really don't have to do too much. You know what I'm saying? And then you get the additions of Porzingis and Drew Holiday. It's really, what do you have to do? You got all this experience on the team. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to really do much. Now it's to the point where it's nut time, and we seeing who can really coach.
Who
We
can
seeing
really
that
coach?
Tibbs know what he's doing. Tibbs is putting his best players in the situations to be successful at the end of the games. That's why I've always said this whole year, and we've seen it with the Celtics all year, as far as their end of game closing situations. They're not a great team when it comes to closing the games. If they got a lead, we all seen it all year. They gonna give that lead up, and in the playoffs you can't do that because it's gonna come down to who not only who has the guy, but who has the coach that can make the adjustments on the fly and adjust to each situation possible. And that's
But
what's
Jalen
shown in this
Brunson,
series. And
and
Jalen
Jalen
Brunson,
Brunson, he was voted the most clutch player in the league, and you see it night in and night
Yeah.
out. It
boy,
don't matter how bad he's playing. It does not matter. In the
it
last
doesn't,
5 minutes of the game, he's going to,
He
bro.
make it happen, bro.
bro. I don't think I've ever in my the last 20 years, matter of fact, the last 10 years, we go from 2015 to now. Outside of LeBron, I haven't seen nobody this clutch in the playoffs. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, y'all tell me if y'all know
Kyrie,
anybody else. The whole playoffs,
whole playout.
Bron game winner in the first round in 18 against Indiana, sent them home. Second round against Toronto, game winning floater. Third, he was Bron was going crazy that postseason run. I Jalen Brunson the last 2 years has literally carried the whole city of New York on his back.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fact.
That
That's a
that's a
Like
fact.
fact.
he's carried him on his back, bro. So I don't know, man. At the end of the game, if I'm Boston, I'm doing everything to take the ball out of his hands. Somebody else has to do
He's
it.
different
Somebody else
though.
has to beat
Yeah.
me. Yeah, I mean he's very different,
He's
but the
different.
Celtics have the switchability to do it. Take him out the game completely.
But it,
Somebody just don't
Yes.
let him touch it. Just don't let him
but you
touch it.
you realize it don't matter though. They throwing bodies at him. He's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
going for 40. Like
Yeah. Just slow down his production at that point. His efficiency.
last game
You
he
have
came
to.
with 40. You know,
L-
but in game three, Peyton Pritchard. But this is the game three was when the Celtics really played their type of basketball. Like them boys was Peyton Pritchard came off the bench and gave him 23. He went 5 for 10 for three. Jason Tatum 22. He had 22 points. He went 5 for 9 from three. Jalen Brown he had 19. He has not had his best series, and he has to step it up this series too. And I think that's been a
Yeah,
problem for
bro.
them.
Two
That's
for
been a little bit
6.
of a problem. He went 2 for 6. While they played well, he didn't necessarily need him in that game, but they've been needing him throughout this series, and he hasn't played bad to normal standards, but like for Jalen Brown, we expect a little bit
But
more.
see, they built for this. When they traded for Mikal Bridges and Cat, we literally knew this team they could care less about any other team they play. They don't care
They just
about
want to
none of
beat
the
the
rest of them
Celtics.
teams. This
That's
team
right.
was built specifically to beat the Celtics. And they are literally the Celtics with a better big man to me. Because you got
I'll take Cat.
Jalen
I'll take
Brunson.
Cat.
You're going to take Cat over Porzingis all day,
Over
every day.
Porzingis.
Every day, all day.
Yeah, since he's gotten hurt when they first came in the league, maybe not, but now.
All day, every day. So you're going to Jalen Brunson. He's better than Derek White by far. Not even close. And then you got OG and Mikal, and you got Jason and Jalen.
Jalen.
Yeah, Jalen and Jason are better, but OG and Mikal, they can handle their own on the defensive end. and they're gonna give you some production on the offensive end, which is gonna help balance out the other stuff that you're not getting from everybody else.
Yeah.
So I mean, this Knicks team, bro,
But I think,
they built to beat them.
but where I think you get in depth though, like the playoff, it comes down to nutrition and depth, and I think the Boston is just so deep. Anybody can give you 20-25, and like in the playoffs, the 20-25 during the playoffs, that's like 30 during the regular season. You get
Yeah.
somebody, and
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 then you
like
got
you see
somebody
that
like
with
True
Peyton Pritchard.
Holiday.
Drew Holiday can even
He
do it, but he
got
don't even have
hella
to.
playoff
Like,
experience.
and you
This is
talk,
true.
it's the this, and I think that's what you're seeing with what's the name over there in the West is Denver's just getting burnt out, bro. They're not. They're
Hmm.
they're getting burnt out, and OKC is too deep. Like they just keep coming, and I think that's what's.
Jokic
I
was
mean,
shooting bad this series
essentially, New
too.
York's gonna win this series, but I think depth can start to be a problem for New York, especially when you start looking ahead at Indiana and how deep Indiana can get. Like, I
But Tibbs. I think he learned from last year because if we see last year, he really didn't even have seven players to play. If you want to keep it
nah,
hot.
he didn't.
He didn't.
Nah,
And this year, at least he has 7 to 8 that he can toy around with. Because you see Deuce
Deuce
McBride getting
McBride,
minutes. You
yeah,
see Mitchell Robinson getting minutes. And those little minutes right there that those guys are getting are
that
giving
helps.
that helps like tremendously
Yeah,
as far as looking in the long run. And then, like you said, man, you said depth with the Celtics. Are they really that deep? Like let's think about they got their five and then Peyton Pritchard, right?
I mean, Drew
Horford is a hit or
Holiday,
miss. Horford's a hit or miss. Zingas, is he gonna be there or not? You know what I'm saying? Then you got Hauser. He ain't seen a minute this whole series, and he's been their second best 3-point shooter all year. But he hasn't. And you missing 15. You going 15 for 40, but you don't put him in the game.
but you can't. Yeah,
He got the same experience.
but
He
who,
played last year.
who do you take out? That's the question. Who do you take out the game?
But see, that's what I'm saying. If they're so deep, right? If they're so deep, you should be able to fill those guys in when Porzingis is sick or injured, whatever the hell he is. All right, he's injured. All right, Horford, you go ahead, but we gonna need Sam. We gonna need you to come out here and hit 2 threes for us. I think that's what Boston's problem is this year. They so top heavy reliant this year that they're getting burnt out.
Or does
Injuries
that go
happen
back to coaching?
both. Because
Because I think you
what
can play. I think I think you brought up a good point. Because I think Sam Hauser can play in this series. Like,
he can get some run, but like so you got to think Tatum played like 76 games this year, right? Bro, let's be honest. We talk about low management and the BS of it and all that, right? But did he really need to play 70 something games? Probably not. He probably didn't have to play all them games. So now we see he tears Achilles. Like, damn, that's usually a wear and tear injury. If you like, we all know that. Like, that's a
I
wear and
see what
tear
you're getting
injury.
at. Yeah.
So it's like, all right, and Jalen Brown hurt all year. He coming to the playoffs getting shots in his knee. They not healthy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where's your if you got this depth that you speak of, if it was so what it was, Jalen Brown could have probably sat out the whole first round, and then we might not be thinking about this shit right now. Jason Tatum getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? We might be like, okay, maybe they can still pull it out. Maybe they're not that tired. But that depth, it goes both ways. It's a two-way street. It's with the Knicks and the Celtics, and it's showing that the Knicks depth is helping them more. It's not that the Celtics don't have depth. But the Knicks, the little bit of depth that they do have is helping them more in this situation against them. Because the guy that they're putting in are Deuce McBride, who's going to take the defensive pressure off. They trying to, pick on Brunson. Okay, that ain't going to happen with Deuce McBride. Mr. Robinson, rim protector, give Cat a few minutes to get his stuff together so he can go back out there and do what he do. You
But
put in,
I think it just comes like you were saying. It come down to coaching. Because I think you can play. You can like the Celtics can go 9-10 deep, but
Mhm.
they're not playing 9 or 10. They're playing 8. They're playing 7. Yeah, and I like you saying though. That's why they lost this. They losing this series because they playing the same 7-8. They're going as deep as the Knicks are going,
You can't play
and
that game.
the Knicks depth is playing better than their depth is playing, and yeah,
It's interesting. It was a chess match at first. Like I gave
yeah.
after the first 2 games, I was like, all right, the Knicks won. You know what I'm saying? Fool's gold type shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was thinking.
Like fools go. But then even in game 3 when they lost, like Jason Tatum hit 5 threes. This person hit 5 threes. They didn't miss. Then they come out. and they breaking everything again. It's just like, okay, you gonna live by it or you gonna die by it. And then we've seen it all year, but they dying by it. And now it's unfortunate that Tatum, like I said, is hurt. But a team like that, bro, they shouldn't just be relying on 50, 63s a game. That's just
And
that's not.
I think what was scary was New York was winning and New York wasn't playing good games. And then in game 4, they put it together and then you see what they and so I don't know if I Boston might win game 5, but if they do, they're going home in 6.
Oh, for sure, for sure,
If they make it to 5.
for
But
sure.
you know who barely made it to 5? Cleveland. Them
Damn.
boys. I thought it was just because Darius Garland was out. I mean, granted, they were never fully healthy, but like I said previously, Indiana was just a bad matchup for Cleveland and then 2 bigs. That's a bad matchup in the way they want to run.
They can stretch the floor too.
Tyrese do what he want when he want. Tyrese Halliburton does what he wants.
What the hell?
Yeah, that man, I think that on top of Donovan Mitchell not being efficient, like Donovan Mitchell's scoring a lot of points, but Donovan Mitchell's taking a whole lot of shots to get it. And I mean, you don't necessarily
not get
have
to the free throw line for real.
It's not a lot of shots to go around to go to other people. Like I get that, but bro, you got to be a little bit more efficient because they whether you make or miss,
He was
Indiana
tired too, bro.
Dumb tired.
Like game 2, he's
Donovan
over
Mitchell.
there like, yeah, he's
Bro,
over there.
because you see what he tried to do last game, bro, when he spun and tried to dunk on what's his name, bro. Why are you trying to do that in the first quarter, bro? Like
He trying to set the tone. He trying to set the tone,
I understand.
bro.
I
He's doing
understand.
the
But you
team
talking
need.
about you tired, nigga. We got 4 quarters. We got 4 quarters.
That team need a joke. His team
This
needs
is
a
a
joke,
7-game
bro.
series. We got 4 quarters. Shoot the
like,
mid, pull up the.
So
pull up
everybody
the
else
mid-range.
who's in
Let's
this
get back
series
on
with
D.
me has not been as deep in the playoffs with me, or as deep as I have. So
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
After that little spin, he should have pulled up the little mid. He got back on defense.
Bro.
Like, come on, bro.
Look, bro. The reality of this is like this. Donovan Mitchell has never been efficient. Let's just go ahead and get that out of there. He's never been an efficient player. We're going to, even with Utah, that's not him. He might give you 50, but he's going to shoot 30 shots.
damn near 40.
That's just what it is. Like that's been him. We know that's coming, right? The problem with Cleveland, they have 2 major issues that they need to address. First things first, hell of a player, but Darius Garland needs to go. He needs to
He's
go.
not giving you nothing on defense, bro.
He's a flop. He's a playoff flopper. He's always hurt, and he's the biggest liability. He's a bigger liability on defense than Trae Young.
That's crazy.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. He's not giving you nothing because, bro, 6'1".
It's crazy because he came into the league as like a strong defender. Like that was
But you talk about Trae Young. At least Trae Young gonna give you 30.
Yeah.
And he gonna give you 10 assists and 2 steals.
That's it.
Yeah, about
Darius Garland not gonna give you all that.
Darius Garland gonna do that maybe 3-4 times a year. He gotta go,
That's
bro.
crazy.
He gotta go, bro. He has to go. I'm not a big Darius Garland. He need to go, bro.
They need
like,
depth so bad too, bro.
And that was my next point. They need some depth, bro. Like, I'm sorry, dog. Who
Max Strus ain't cutting it.
Who the hell is Dean Wade? Get out of here, bro.
Exactly, bro. I thought
Get
I
out
was
of here,
tripping.
bro. Dean Wade, why are you in the game?
The only 3 people
what's
they
going
have,
on?
only 3 people they have: Donovan Mitchell, damn Darius Garland, and Evan Mobley. And 2 of them
Bro.
didn't stay hurt, and then you got Evan Mobley.
Jared
Like,
Jared Allen, bro.
Bro, but Jared Allen, even him, bro, like against a team like Indiana, he might as well not be there.
Useless.
he was part of the bad matchup.
Yeah, like bro, because Miles Turner bringing you outside the paint every time.
Yeah, every time.
Pascal.
And then the game that they
all
won.
the boys cutting backdoor. And highly founded them too.
Bro, the game they won, they did that zone and it threw Indiana off. But boy, when Indiana noticed that, they ate that zone up, boy. Rick Carlisle, one of the best coaches in NBA history, bro. People have to realize that this ain't his first rodeo. He done took terrible teams deep in playoffs before. So it's like,
and Tyrese, bro, his IQ is crazy. Like we were
Come on,
saying,
bro.
like we from North Carolina, Winston-Salem people, bro. Chris Paul, but Tyrese is like we ain't since Chris Paul. I don't think we really done had a point guard to really do. Like Tyrese had 20 assists and no turnovers. Like
yeah, see, don't be disrespectful. Don't act like Russell Westbrook ain't exist. 20, bro.
But Russ isn't like Russ has those games. But we know Russ is like he high motor. Russ plays hard, but Russ is not efficient. Like Russ is going to turn the ball over.
For
Russ
sure.
is like I get what you, but I'm talking about with no turnovers, like
You mean
with the
like pure
efficiency
point
that
guard, just
alley.
pure,
Yeah.
Yeah,
pure point.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
I
I
get
mean,
where you're
it's
coming from, but you talk about like you talk about Joe People and who you like, bro.
pure point.
Russ. I got respect for Russ, but Russ,
I mean, bro, when's the last time a true pure point has even been drafted? Like,
and that's real. That's real.
that's not a thing anymore. So he's like a last of a dying breed type, and he
Yeah.
still scores. Like he
Mm-hmm.
scores too when he has to.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
the
like
rookie at 2025, like he can
for
go for
sure,
30, but he
for
ain't.
sure. But like, see that, but like you stated with Indiana, that's what makes them so crazy, bro. Now
Yeah,
that's a deep team.
deep,
That's a
deep.
definition of depth. And let
With
me tell you what's so
Nimhard.
scary about them. Let me tell you what's so scary about them. They play like a college team, bro. Like they picking up
Yes.
94.
94.
Like they trapping. Like bro, them mugs out there like they probably think they try hard. Like that's what they probably out there like they try hard. But like Indiana, bro, Halliburton is definitely the engine that keep them running. But their secret weapons are those two wings, Neesmith and Benedict
Nimhard.
Mathurin.
Bro,
And no, and
Nimhard.
Mathurin.
Yo, bro.
Nimhard gonna do what he do. He a playoff riser. We already know what
Yeah,
he gonna do.
all right, I
But
see
those
you.
wings, Mathurin and Neesmith, bro, what they do
Naismith, yeah.
defensively, if y'all if I know y'all be watching them, bro. Like if y'all watch them games and see the pressure they put on the other team's best
Yeah, we was
players,
talking about it.
Yeah.
We was talking about it, bro. When we was first looking at that what's the name matchup, bro. We were like, okay, like we ain't really know how that Milwaukee how that was gonna match up, like because we know the way Indiana like to play, but we know in the playoffs this game slow down.
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
But them boys defend. Them
Boy,
boys
they
defend.
defend.
First
They
squad,
Them boys
Dish
defend.
defend.
Mob, like
They
Them boys defend.
defend and they play hard, bro. If you got a team that defends and plays hard, bro, you in for a long night every time.
We had
And
to.
they running. They
Yeah,
running
they running.
every possession, bro. They gone. They goal is
We
to
had
get
to
it
give
up
our
there like
respect.
real quick. And
We had to
like I
give our
said, bro,
respect to Indiana, bro.
got
Because
to, brother. You look, you
we
got to, bro.
we first looked
You,
at them and we was like, all right, like we see what y'all doing in the regular season, like, but it's also like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not turning on the Indiana game on a Wednesday night,
nah,
like
at
you
all,
know,
at
but
all.
but I just wasn't familiar with what they was really doing out there, and I mean I know what Pascal Siakam and what Tyrese gonna do. Like you said, Nimhard, he a hooper, but them other boys, they coming to
But
play,
it's the
man.
others, bro. And then like you just said, bro, like they got two players that ain't even playing this year. Isaiah Jackson ain't playing. And
I didn't even.
and Walker ain't playing this year. And those are
Yeah,
two key pieces for them,
good.
like coming off the bench.
Yeah,
Like right now they playing what's dude named the center from he played with the Lakers and the Wizards. Thomas Bryant. They playing him.
they are
Like
playing, bro.
cause he hit 2 3s last night, bro. Like he
I
hit
don't
two
even.
threes last night. So it's like they
Oh my
playing him,
goodness.
bro. It's that deep on their side that they could go ahead and throw him in there.
I got a question for you, cause like I've been talking about it. Like we talking bigs, bro. In that Lakers series, do you not think they could have played Alex Lynn, bro? They could have played Alex Lynn against Rudy Gobert, bro. I don't
I almost hung
care.
up.
I don't care, bro. I don't.
I almost hung up.
Rudy Gobert, bro.
Bro, listen, I'm a
Rudy
Lakers fan.
Gobert, bro.
I'm a Lakers
Rudy
fan,
Gobert is
bro.
trash.
He's trash, but he's still 7-1. And if you ain't if the biggest person guarding you is
6'8",
6'9",
6'10".
bang, that's a bucket. And you can't
Okay, but
switch.
Alex Lynn it can at least put a hand up, bro.
Bro, please stop saying Alex Lynn, bro. This ain't
Bro,
2K, bro. He stinks.
bro.
He
He's
was,
garbage, but Rudy is giving you. Rudy went for what 27 in one game, bro.
look, they could I would say this. He could have played Jackson Hayes more. I would rather have Jackson Hayes in there than Alex Lynn.
yeah.
100%. But we knew. But look, and if you a real hooper and a real basketball fan, you know that shit wasn't gonna work that long. Like just no
Yeah, you
center
talking
type
about they?
shit.
No, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Yeah, but
I didn't honestly think that they were going to have a run, but you know, I was here for it because
for sure,
I wanted to see Bron and Luca.
for
So like,
sure.
you really get down into it, bro. They didn't even have the team
Nah,
to really
and
do
the
nothing
reality
with it,
is
Nah.
the Timberwolves is actually one of the more complete teams in the NBA. You know what I'm
bro. Them
saying?
and OKC is going to be one hell of a Western Conference matchup.
I still think Denver gonna pull it out.
They built
Go
really,
ahead, get
bro.
into it.
I
Uh,
think what's the name? I think the Timberwolves and OKC they're built damn near the same. Like they got their
mm,
all. You don't think so? I think so.
mm,
You got your all star. They're gonna defend. Everybody else is gonna defend and shoot the ball.
yeah, but like I said, I don't think OKC gonna get there. But go ahead, we get to it. We get to it. We get to it. We
But
get to it.
okay, but you uh OKC in game one, Denver won game one, 121-119. OKC took
Put back
game two.
bullshit.
They started going crazy in game
But
two.
they beat them by 50.
50, yeah,
Mhm.
Jokic just had to go sit down. They had to go sit down after that.
50 is crazy in a playoff game.
Yeah, and then game three, Denver came back. They won 113 or 104. OKC. And I think they really the game started to slow down in game four. I don't know. The game four, they was a little bit more
Game four,
scoring, 92 to
it was
87.
ugly, bro.
I think they grew up in game four. I think OKC grew up in game four because if we all watching the game, we all thinking, oh shit, Denver about to walk them down.
Yeah,
Party over.
that's
Like, but they showed that they could execute in the half court and they could defend at a high level in the half court too.
close
Because
out the game.
them motherfuckers had Jokic in a straight jacket in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They had him in a straight in that fourth quarter game four. So I think they grew up a lot in that game. And last night's game showed that growth. It showed that
'Cause I
growth.
think
And I
not
think
only 'cause
Shea's growing
they
up
came
too.
back and won that.
And Shea's growing up too, bro. Like we watching him like take leaps as
Mhm.
we like playoffs go because he struggled a lot, to start the playoffs. But we seen him letting the game come to him more. Because before he was just trying to take it, bro. Like, all right, I'm just gonna jack 30 shots and hope I get 30. But now he's starting to let it because the series really should be over, to be honest. That game one, they should have won. But he decided to shoot the last six possessions instead of giving it to J Dub, who was hot. So we seen him grow up. But I ultimately think, bro, this next game in Denver, Jamal Murray gonna have one of them Jamal Murray games. And Jokic gonna do what he do.
That's the
And
only
they
way
gonna
they
get to
win the
game seven.
series. That's
Now,
the
if
only
it gets to game seven, let's just be honest, bro. Do you really trust the youngest team in the NBA, or do you trust the team that just won a championship 2 years ago with the same damn team as that? And I know it's in OKC,
the
but the
two
reality of it
things.
is Murray is a riser, and Jokic gonna do what he does. Now, their key is Michael Porter Jr. If he
MPJ,
stinks, yeah, if he stinks, it's over.
Aaron Gordon.
But Aaron Gordon does. He been killing this whole series.
Yeah,
He been
I
killing.
agree.
But
Michael
it
Porter
has to be one of them.
MPJ can't even lift his left shoulder right now.
But see, and then so that's where coaching, hello, sit his ass on the bench. Because
He
bro,
over there
the
just
shit
wasting space,
if he
bro.
just gonna be out there, if he gonna just be out there not playing defense and missing shots, he's pointless. You might as well put
Wasting
Payne Watson
space.
in. You might as well put Payne Watson in and let him get some run and let him at least guard and run the floor.
But you know why I don't think Denver will win? Because we're talking about the fourth quarter in game four, game five, bro. Jokic ran out of gas, bro. He was like we really talk about we talk about Luca so much about not being in shape, bro. Both of them look like they wake up and drink 40s and eat honey buns all day,
This is
bro.
facts. This is fact.
Yeah.
And you saw that last night. Like bro, he got burnt out.
The hardest thing right
and
now, bro. His shooting percentage is down from 3 and the field. Jokic.
and it's like as the longer the series goes, bro, I think the more it gets away from him, man.
Didn't they just play 7
games.
in the first round? Was
Yeah,
it
they played 7 in the
6?
first. They played 7.
Yeah.
Just okay. See though, they play like you said though, they're going to defend at a high level, like
Yeah, that's facts. They
and
do
they're
defend.
going to shoot the piss out the ball, like
They are.
they
They are. But it's like I don't know. I don't know. Something in me is just telling me don't count them Nuggets out, bro. And maybe that's because I'm a Lakers fan. I
like
done seen them just shit on
I
us
get it
year
though.
after
No,
year
that's
after year.
what I was saying to Chris, bro. I was like, the way they win this game is if Jamal Murray do what he did to the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, bro. When bro, him and Jokic was combining for 75, 80 points a night and just going stupid.
We couldn't do nothing with it.
Couldn't do nothing with them, bro.
And they was hitting the craziest shots of all time, just throwing that shit up and watching it go in.
I'm talking about AD, like, bro.
Jamal was on diva time, bro.
Bro, but that's what I think that's what's about to happen, bro. I think him and Jokic realize it. I think they just gonna literally spam the pick and roll between them, bro.
Oh, that's
They're gonna
it.
just spam it, bro.
That's literally what they did against the
Yeah.
Lakers. Like, and
They got to just spam
literally.
it, bro. Like they have to and just see how OKC adjusts. Because if OKC adjusts by icing it, Murray gonna shoot it. If they try to adjust by switching it, Murray gonna hit Jokic with the the mismatch, and then Jokic gonna dump it off to Aaron Gordon for a dunk. Like that, we know it was gonna happen. But it's like they gotta stick with their guns, and they can't keep letting fucking Westbrook shoot 8 threes a game. What the fuck are you doing? Shooting
He tried
7
to
to
put
8
up.
threes a game.
He tried to put up 25, so they don't have to average 75 apiece. But that's not the guy.
That he's not the one. It's between Christian Brown and Gordon, bro. They have to do it, bro, together. Because Michael Porter Jr. is literally just out there just to be 6'10" right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what else are you gonna do? But the coach has to adjust to that, bro. Michael Porter Jr. is literally a fucking cone. Get
That's
him
why
out
you
the
don't fire
game.
your head coach, man.
Okay, that's what I say about Rudy Gobert. That's what I say about Rudy Gobert. He's a
But
cone.
no, see, Gobert's not a cone, bro. Gobert actually is active. He actually is
On
active.
defense,
But
on
on
defense,
offense, you
like
ain't got to do much if you got Anthony Edwards driving and dumping it off. You ain't got to do
Yeah,
shit.
you get a double team.
All right, think about this. Think about how good Jackson Hayes looked the last month and a half of the season. That motherfucker looked like
with
the
Luca.
perfect center, bro. That's all like Gobert had to really do is just get handed the ball and dunk the shit. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
And it is what it is in that situation. But getting back to what, like you said with the Thunder, bro, they so young they scare me, bro. It just
I get
scares
it
me.
though.
It
I
is
get
so
it.
young it scares me. But
I get it.
I think that top to bottom they're the best team. If we talking about just
Oh,
overall build,
overall
defense, offense, all that, they're the best team. But a team like Denver, bro, they are built to beat a
experience.
team like that. They're built to beat a team like that. But their problem is, like you said, we've been talking about it the whole time. The depth. Their depth is really not there. Except Westbrook off the bench. Who else do they really have? No, nobody to be honest. Because Christian Watson or Payne Watson can come in and get some minutes. Um, and that's really they had DeAndre Jordan playing a few minutes early in the season. I mean, early in the series, but he ain't seen the minutes since.
Bro, they might go seven.
So
They might go seven.
if it goes seven, it's the Nuggets. The
No,
Nuggets will win.
I'm saying they might go seven deep in their rotation.
Oh, well, yeah, oh
Like,
yeah, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So it's like, bro, I don't know, but then you got okay. See, they 12 deep, so we'll see. I don't know.
yeah, Alex Caruso and them. I'm like, bro,
They some demons
they
on defense for sure. They demons on
demons,
defense. They demons on defense for sure.
demons, bro. That
And
shit
taking it
don't even
right
be
back
making
down the floor
sense,
at you, bro.
Every time, every
One
time.
through five could damn near do that. Like,
Nah, facts. And then you can't just not play Hartenstein because he got that little flip shot with his left, the little right to he hits that 9 out of 10 times.
bro. He can play good defense and go and give you 20 and 10.
Oh,
Like,
and see, but they don't need that. They need 10 and
no,
10,
10
and
and
they
10.
good,
Exactly,
and they good,
exactly.
they good, and they good.
Exactly, because Chet gonna give you, bro. Chet. That's another thing too. Is like that's a. I think that if they were to, if the Celtics came out of the series, like let's just say Celtics were healthy, the Celtics matchup, we get an OKC Celtics matchup in the finals. Like OKC is, like you said, like they're deeper. Like they player for player they can match up, and they're
Mm-hmm.
deeper. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but if you anybody that talks about OKC though, the same knock though. They're just the age and the experience. Like,
Yeah. But they a
so like
lot
you
like the
say,
Celtics started out as though, except
yeah,
the OKC's in the West, they wasn't as lucky to be able to get in the playoffs and go on some runs. I think Jason Tatum
yeah.
his first year in the NBA, he went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So he's built for that. You know what I'm saying? He's built for the OKC's they're built for a good run, but they're just so young and scared of you, I guess, bro. I guess especially a team like the Nuggets. Now, if they were playing like the Clippers, all right, get them out of here. But a team like the Nuggets, bro, and
Because
somebody with the IQ like that Jokic got.
yeah,
It would kind of like scare me in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, facts. I feel you. But a team that I think that'll get them some trouble. The T-Wolves. They playing the Warriors right now. Ever since Steph got hurt in Game 1, the Timberwolves just been really handling the games from wire to wire. Golden State, they'll give them a little push every now and then, but Golden State not really. They don't have enough offense, man. Like Jimmy's not. Where did playoff Jimmy go? But it's also the system and the style. This isn't his style of basketball.
Mm.
It's ugly, man. And
It's ugly, man. It really is, and it's unfortunate, bro. Like you said, Steph got hurt, but let's just go ahead and just call a spade a spade. Steve Kerr can't coach, bro. Like he's not a
it's
good
fair.
coach, bro. He's not a good
It's
coach, bro. Because the moment Steph Curry goes out the game, there's only
he
one other
can't
person
coach.
on their team that you should put in the game to give that is going to be aggressive in the sense of trying to score, and that's Kaminga. And this motherfucker be sitting on the bench. So
But
what do
Kaminga
we?
has
That's 20 on the bench,
he's the only one that's been keeping them in the series. If we
bro.
being real,
Bro,
ever
he's
since
getting
he wanted that
20
deal,
points sitting
bro, he
there,
said,
20 points sitting on the bench,
sitting on the bench.
and Steve Kerr just doesn't play him. I don't get it, bro. Like I don't understand. Like it's like if he doesn't have Steph and Clay, he just don't know what to do with himself. He has no idea what to do. You know what I'm saying? And in this situation, it's glaring right now because you still have a pretty decent team that you
Yeah,
should
they're
at
not.
least be somewhat competitive. You should be
Yeah,
somewhat competitive with the Timberwolves, to be honest with you. Because like you think about it, yeah, the Timberwolves got wings on, coming off the bench like Nikhil Alexander Walker or whatever, and all those other guys. But so do the Warriors. They got Moody coming off the bench. He not a scrub. They
not a
got
scrub.
Quentin Post could shoot, so he could bring Gobert out. But the problem is, if you don't have Steph running off 18,000 screens, all that attention they looking at Steph. But now you got Buddy Hill. Oh shit! All right, Buddy, give us 20. We cool. Buddy 20 ain't the same as Steph's 20, because Steph's 20 gonna come in a quarter. Buddy's gonna come throughout the game.
Exactly, bro.
Mm. And Anthony Edwards
Is
is
that
him.
guy?
He's him.
Is that boy?
He
Both
is
Without a
sides
doubt.
of the floor.
him.
Without a doubt. Without a
He is
doubt.
him.
And it don't
My
matter how
God.
bad he playing throughout the game. When it comes to the fourth quarter, he gonna give it to you.
Oh,
Mhm.
every time. Every
Every.
time.
What was that?
And it's scary,
Go ahead.
bro. How the fuck do you let him add a 3-point shot like that to his repertoire? Because
And the off
God,
season, bro.
He already put his nuts in
God,
everybody's head, and you talking about now he done led the league in 3-pointers? Get the
bro,
hell out, man!
listen, and I, I already don't put my FanDuel in. He win the MVP next year. I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody know that now. He winning that
Hey,
next year for sure.
I like the way
He
you
winning that
think.
next year. He winning that next year for sure. But like, if he, if it's them versus OKC, Minnesota is going to the finals. They're going to the finals, bro. Because he's gonna have a chip. He's been playing this whole year like he got a chip, and Lou Dort can't do shit with Jamal Murray for real. Like he fouling the shit out of him every possession he get. Could you imagine what Anthony Edwards is gonna do to that man? He gonna have him in a chamber. He gonna have him getting tortured on offense. Because the Nuggets don't have nobody. Because Lou Dort just
They
open.
don't. Yeah, they
He's
don't.
just open.
They don't have a
A-
matchup for
Anthony
Ant.
Edwards gonna actually try to guard whoever. That whole team gonna guard.
Yeah, they
Minnesota
don't have
gonna
a
guard.
matchup for Ant.
And they don't have a matchup for Ant. And I'm gonna give him his flowers. I'm gonna give him his flowers because I definitely got on his ass. But Julius Randle has showed me a lot in his playoffs.
He's a hooper, bro.
I don't know if Anthony Edwards done brought that out of him,
He's a.
but
What you mean? I mean, I
bro,
understand. I understand, bro. I understand. I understand. Like New York, they was not. I don't even think they had the team. Like that's why they traded him. That's why they traded him.
it's the
Like
same team.
it's
They just
not
switch
like
players.
it hasn't been there. Like it's not like we haven't seen Julius
We
Randle
ain't seen it
can
in the
do it.
playoffs though. We ain't seen it in the
That's fair.
playoffs though.
That's.
Well, that's when it matters. We don't come on now. We don't give a
But
damn
we
about that
talked
regular
about it though.
season.
Facts.
Me and Chris was talking about it though. That mentality from Ant, like he's a dog. Like Ant is really one of them.
No, for
And if
sure.
you're gonna be on that team, you riding or you out of there. And
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, bro.
I
and
think
they
it like done
riding.
bled into him. I think it done bled into him. Like, bro, all right, I see he riding for me.
Yeah,
I'm riding for him, and he been a
they
difference maker in this series specific. But like
very
we've
much.
seen it, like OKC can throw a million different bodies at him. So it's like in that series with OKC do Minnesota? I mean, does OKC play Hartenstein that much? Because they're gonna have Randall and Gobert out there, and Randall is really a three, if we being honest. And you can't, and Chet too little to guard him. Like he's way too light to guard Julius Randle.
To
I
guard
played
Julius
Julius
Randle.
Randle when Julius Randle was in high school, and I was scared as hell. He's the same, bro. He's the same exact size and weight that he is now, and he was that size at 15. I'm dead
That's a
serious.
grown ass
I'm dead
man.
serious. I'm so
At
serious.
that
I've never
at
seen
that
no shit like it
age,
in my life. I've never seen nothing like it in my life, and I don't think Chet is gonna be able to withstand what he gonna punish him with on that offensive end. But it's gonna be a good series if OKC comes out. But now if Denver comes out, I think that Denver will beat Minnesota. I think they'll beat Minnesota because they don't have the two bigs no more that can throw like they can mess with Jokic with. They don't have that no more. To be honest,
Yeah,
Julius
and they
Randle's not
beat
going.
him.
He's not a defender
Julius
for real.
Randle.
That's not his game.
But he can't do nothing with Jokic anyway.
Yeah,
That ain't.
and the reality of it is, bro. Everybody pick on Gobert. They talk shit about him, but he takes a lot of the mistakes that the Timberwolves make on defense, and he like erases it because of his shot blocking and just him being there in general.
you really gonna
That
help
shit,
defense.
yeah, that shit not gonna work against a team like Denver if they play them, but it would work against OKC if that makes sense. But regardless, fucking Anthony Edwards, man, listen, boy, he looking like a multiple time NBA and NBA Finals MVP right now. He looking like he about to go on a run.
He just in
He
the
look like
West. He
that
just
shit
in the
don't matter,
West, and
bro.
you,
The West that
bro,
close though. It don't
Jokic,
matter. It's
Jokic,
close.
Jokic is probably like he's been the best player in basketball for the past 3 4 years.
I say three.
Three, like Jokic is, and he don't show no sign of slowing down. Like,
You're right, but do we really like? Because we know what Jokic gonna do, but nobody in the world trusts Jamal Murray in a regular ass playoff game. Like we trust him in the big playoff games, but like he been very pedestrian in most of these games
yeah,
against OKC. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Hmm.
So it's like we know what we're gonna get from Jokic. Like you said, Jokic, but he been tired, and you could tell that team that won the championship, they were deep. They were deep,
they deep.
and they had other players that were giving other shit. Like Bruce Brown was a key player for them, and they traded his ass away.
Yes,
And
he
Jeff
did.
Green, key guy for them. You know what I'm saying? All those guys were key guys. And now you replace him with Christian Brown, who can't really shoot like that. He's more of a transition player. And then Westbrook, who's just gonna be Westbrook coming off the bench, and really nobody else. So it's like that team made the same in that sense. So we'll see, man. Like you said, bro, it's been a very, very, very interesting playoff so far, to say the least.
No, I would agree because you look at. I think you just look at, especially in the West. I mean, during the regular season, the seedings were already crazy, but you look at the seedings and who's playing who, and like the numbers by the names on that team, like
Don't matter.
yeah, it don't. It does
Not in the
not.
West.
And this
Not in the West. It's never mattered though. I mean, we like we seen it, bro. The season came to the last 2 days of the season.
season,
So like 3 through 6 was separated by like one game, or
one,
3 through 7 were like separated by one game. That's kind of crazy. So it's really like all these teams are really on the same tier. But it's just like in the playoffs, it just who's gonna take it to that next level?
yeah.
Who's gonna have the role guys that's gonna actually contribute?
Who can
All that
last?
shit matters. Yeah,
But I think
who's
it.
gonna last to the last moment?
We look at the regular end of the regular season though. I thought it was very interesting how the Nuggets they were sliding at the end of the season while the Lakers were sliding at the end of the season. They were losing games while the Lakers was losing, and they didn't got into they got into that spot that they were in because I think
Yeah,
it would have imagine that Minnesota versus the Nuggets in the
Denver.
first
Yeah.
round.
Oh yeah. But see, it's all matchups, bro. It's all
Yeah,
predicated on
matchups. Yeah,
matchups. That shit matters in the
1,000%
playoffs more than anything. If it's just a bad matchup, it's a really just a bad match. Like
bad matchup.
the Clippers, the Clippers should have won that series in like
I
five
agree.
or six. But the Nuggets really provide a little bit of a matchup problem because Jokic. I mean, Zubac can guard Jokic, right? But when Jokic decide that he's gonna be the point guard, then what the hell is Zubac gonna do? And that's
Exactly
and
on an
at the
island.
end of the series, yeah, at the end of the series, they just brought his ass out the paint, and the paint was wide open for Aaron Gordon or whoever else. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about matchups. And Lakers, bad matchup for that's a bad matchup for the
It's a
Lakers,
bad
bro.
matchup. Yeah.
So it's all about matchups, and moving forward, it's no longer going to be about the matchups. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Eastern Conference Finals and the West Conference Finals, it ain't about the matchups. It's about is your superstar going to be a superstar? Is your role players going to produce? And is your coach in those last few minutes when the game is close? Is he going to nut up or he going to show up? It's going to be that's just what it is.
Yeah, I'm here for Ant versus Shea.
That shit going to be lit.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
That shit going to be lit. If that's what it is, that shit going to be a movie. Because to be honest, Anthony Edwards, I don't want to be the face of the league, bro. It's too late.
It's
You
too
already
late
that.
for him. He
You
ain't got
already
no
that, bro.
choice. He ain't
You
got no
already that, bro.
choice.
You got to just embrace the shit now, right? So it's like, and then Shea being doing what he does, probably gonna be the MVP. You know, and gonna probably have that chip on his shoulder too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's gonna be hella chips. It's gonna be who's the best of the young bulls at this point. And Shea older. Don't get me. Shea's older than him, but it's like, bro, he only like 26, and AE like 23.
and
So it's
20.
like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, at this point, who's the best player? Who's the next tier of best players? Because you got the Steph about to be going, KD, Bron. Giannis is, he's still up there, but he's coming down too. You know what I'm saying? And his shit,
He getting
as far as
older.
he getting older, bro. So the next tier, you got Luca, Shea, and Jason Tatum. Even though he's hurt right now, like those are like the next generation of superstars, quote unquote.
Yeah,
So it's like, that's gonna be a who taking the mantle. And then you got a guy like Jalen Brunson over there who just like, all right, I'm just gonna
hooping,
lay in the cut. I'm just gonna lay in the cut.
hooping.
I'm gonna
But
chill in the
he
cut.
might. It was crazy though. Is like he could end up being the best out of all of them though. Like
Oh, but Jalen Brunson also older. He like 28, 29. He's older.
Yeah, because he got drafted by the Mavericks.
No,
Yeah, he
yeah,
older.
yeah, but yeah, I see, yeah, he got some more
So,
time. He got some time.
bro,
I mean,
but like
they
Jalen
got some
Brunson,
time.
Jalen. If the Knicks win a championship, I'm telling y'all right now,
They gonna
Jalen
go
Brunson is gonna be. He gonna have a statue.
statue in New York, most definitely.
Like that shit. They might put that shit on the water beside the Statue of Liberty
They
Bro,
might
if he win them a
on the
championship.
water.
If he
He
win them
might
a
get a
damn
statue.
championship,
He might get a statue just for getting them boys back to the Eastern Conference Finals.
boy. Because bro, I mean, y'all tell
It's
me
been
what y'all
what,
think
30
about this.
years?
Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Is he already the best Nick ever?
Ooh, he's got a debate. I
I'll
think
say
he
that he
has.
already better than Melo. He's already better than Melo as a Nick.
Yeah, because Melo don't have the playoff accolades like he
Yeah,
did.
Melo
He
just
didn't
had the
go into
aura.
the
Melo just had the aura.
but Melo was gonna give
they
you
said fuck
that mid
Melo though.
range.
When they
Melo
traded
was that nigga
Jr.
though.
and Mon
Bro,
Shumpert,
look, I think Jalen Brunson might be the second best Nick right now, ever. Or third, depending on what you look at, how you look at it.
But
Because Walt Frazier won them a championship, so he forever gonna be the GOAT.
Patrick Ewing.
Patrick
Oh yeah,
Ewing number
oh
two,
yeah, that's
because
number two.
they got to the finals.
Okay,
Now I'll say Jalen Brunson right now is number three. To me, that's just my opinion.
I gotta
Like,
think about who all has played for the New York
th-
Knicks.
think about that you like that you like
That you just
he
off the top of my
off the
head.
top like he Allen Houston, yeah, they went to the finals, but Jalen Brunson better than him. He better than John Starks.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He better than all these other Knicks, bro. So like, is he really a top
Oh, I think
three
he's
to
already
five
top
Knicks
five. I think he's already top five.
by far?
yeah,
But I
But
think we
I
start
think he has a
talking the
debate for
best, like the number,
he got
like
the
number one.
he got a debate.
I think he win a ring. Then if he wins a
But he win a
championship,
ring. It's not even a thought.
a
It's not even
debate.
a thought. If he win a ring, it's not even a thought.
But I
I'm
think
telling you right now, they
they're
gonna
gonna
put
put a
him over the
statue up.
pedestal.
They're gonna
They gonna
they're gonna
think
put
he
a
better than
statue
Walt
up for
Frazier.
him just for dang on winning, just for getting into the Eastern Conference Finals though. Because it's been 30 years since they've been there.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
they get that
When
Guess
rematch
what
against the Pacers too.
guess what though, they made it back there before them sorry ass Cowboys made it to the championship game, NFC championship game. But that's neither here nor there, bro. Speaking of Dallas though, the Mavericks,
my God,
sorry ass Mavericks, man. I
bruh,
don't understand.
the league is
It's
corrupt.
rigged. The
They are
Dallas
corrupt.
Mavericks get
Ain't
the
no
number one pick
fucking way.
in the
Ain't no fucking way, bruh.
NBA lottery.
What was their chances coming into it?
I'm not a
1%.
1.8%. I'm not even a Hornets fan, but as somebody from North Carolina, this some bullshit. Like what?
Bruh.
What?
The rich get richer, bruh.
Bro,
Just
only
like NFL draft.
This some bullshit, bro.
they might get Kyrie back in January. But this bullshit.
Bro, this
I
is
don't know
some
what to say
super
other than this
bullshit.
bullshit.
But I'm gonna tell you, they're not gonna keep the pick though. We might as well go ahead right now. Everybody go on your 2K and go ahead and trade Giannis to Dallas. Cause that's where his ass is going.
Whoa.
Remember I said it. Today,
Whoa.
May 14th. May
Whoa.
14th. Giannis is going to
Whoa.
Dallas, bro.
Dallas?
Giannis is going to
Bro.
Dallas.
Bro. Anthony
Giannis is going
Davis
there.
with Anthony Davis.
Giannis is going to Dallas, bro.
Does Gafford leave?
He a free agent anyway, and they still got Lively under contract.
Very Lively. Oh yeah, Lively.
So do you
Lively.
think they give a fuck about Gafford? Fuck him.
Then you Gafford off.
Fuck him, bro.
You
Fuck that
talking?
man. Listen what I'm telling you. I'm about to tell you why. This is my theory, bro. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. So Milwaukee don't have no draft picks the next few years. Actually, they really don't have a first round until 2031. Right? Giannis wants to really leave because Dame is out all next year. So they're gonna be terrible. Let's just call it what it is. They're gonna be terrible. Giannis the other day put out there, I'm willing to, negotiate trades or talk to other teams or see, what it is. Dallas then gets the number one fucking pick in the draft.
But today they said they wasn't trading that number one pick.
That's
They
today.
said they
And
weren't
they
trading
also
it
said they would never
for
trade
proven
Luca.
players.
They also said they would never trade Luca.
They did. Mark Cuban said he wasn't going to trade Luca, and Mark Cuban sold his majority share of the team. So Mark
Well,
Cuban
look.
didn't have a say in it.
Look,
Exactly.
regardless, my boy gone now. He in LA. Listen to what I'm telling you. Milwaukee needs to start. If they gonna be ass, they might as well start over, right?
Starting now.
And why
Go
not
ahead
start
while you
over?
can.
Why not start over with the number one pick, the Great White Hope?
But they had to get
Nah, We can't keep him in North Carolina. Damn, come to Charlotte, my boy.
Listen, bro, would you want to play for the fucking Hornets? That
But they're
organization is
playing
terrible.
Milwaukee.
Hey, but LaMelo lit.
Milwaukee be getting active too.
Listen, though, but
Nah, you're
Milwaukee.
right.
If you trade Giannis there, but you gonna get that pick, you have at least a young guy to build your franchise off of. As opposed to if Cooper Flag goes to Dallas, where does he really fit? Because he's not a three. AD played a four.
I think he can play the three.
I don't think he handles the ball well enough to play the three in the NBA.
I think that's
And he's very hybrid.
Shea Gilgeous wasn't him when he came into the league. Like that's where you develop that ball.
But that's because
Cooper
Shea Gilgeous
6'8", 6'9".
That's because Shea Gilgeous was on the Clippers with Chris Paul.
But Cooper 6'8", 6'9". Like, bro, seeing him at Duke, bro.
But look, he's not a real shooter. He's not a knockdown shooter yet. He's a elite defender. Don't get me wrong. He's a very elite defender and rebounder. But we talking about the Mavericks. If you got the Mavericks, you're gonna have Kyrie, Clay. Do you really put Cooper at the three, AD at the four, and then Lively or Gafford? Because you know what that lane gonna be? That lane gonna be just like this. Shut up the whole time. Right?
Nah,
If you act,
you could AD can
what he can, but where does he want to be at? That mid range
a short
to
corner,
inside right there. Yeah, that's where he live at. Cool. That might be the squad. But let's say you take Cooper over to Milwaukee, you put Giannis there, then you Gafford or whoever's gone. AD and Giannis it ain't even gonna be a center power forward. It's gonna be just big. They're gonna be both just there, so they gonna both be interchangeable in that sense. And then you can actually run shit with Giannis handling the ball to get Kyrie and Clay open on actions. You can't do that shit if you got Cooper out there because Cooper not really a knockdown yet. You know, the NBA is a different game. It's a little bit more physical, a little bit faster.
Yeah,
Is he gonna be able to even adjust to that? Like immediately, we gonna see. And I think Cooper's a hell of a player. But like I said, get y'all jerseys ready. Giannis to Dallas. It's gonna happen.
I can also see it because I think they're in a win now. Like they want to win today.
For sure.
Because I like you, Giannis and AD can handle the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They can defend inside and out at a high level.
And Jason Kidd has already coached Giannis. Don't forget that he's already coached Giannis.
And
so
AD
it's not
stretch the floor.
Bro, listen, that shit will work. That shit would work.
But then you put Kyrie off. You're not gonna put Kyrie off ball, are you?
He don't have he's one of the best off ball players in the league.
I agree. Yeah, because he did it with Luka. But like,
and then if he's not off ball or like if he's on ball, you setting screens, Kyrie because he set screen and pops and this mismatch is all over the floor. And Jason Kidd out of everybody knows how to manipulate the mismatch. So I think, bro, that'd be a perfect fit for Giannis, personally, unless he goes to another team that I think won the draft lottery.
I mean, when you say it, like,
think about it, bro. Sense. Think about it. Think about it. 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 1 = 2 in that. Milwaukee, bro. They and I feel like Giannis done did his part. He won y'all a chip, bro. Let my boy slide. Let him go. You know what I'm saying? Let him get out there. Yeah, and I've seen. I don't know if y'all got X or whatever, but I've been seeing all these reports where he say he wouldn't mind playing in a tax-free state. Out of all these other states, there's only one other tax-free. Texas is tax-free.
Write it down.
So you know what I'm saying? Like he don't got to worry about nothing out there. But I don't even think the Mavericks. I mean, like I said, the draft was smooth, but San Antonio won the draft lottery though. Because they could get Giannis too.
They had like 3 picks, bro, and like
they got two lottery picks.
Yeah, bro, they loaded.
Okay. Like
they could get Giannis too.
Yo, no, we're not even gonna entertain Wemby and Giannis. No, we're not even gonna.
And then go ahead and draft somebody on top of that.
Like Chris Paul, Chris Paul running the one.
Listen, bro. Listen, bro. Listen to the reality of the situation. They got two. Look, they got everything you need over there to get Giannis. They got the picks and the assets. Cause look, they could get both of those picks away, and they could probably throw Devin Vassell in there. And guess what Milwaukee gonna do? Accept it. Cause then you can go draft Dylan Harper.
You put what's his name on top of it? I'll take it. You put Stephen Castle.
I feel like they're not gonna put him in there. I feel like he's untouchable for them.
No, he's exact. That's my point.
I already get a high draft pick too.
He's a real hooper.
But look though, if now let's say they do this. Let's say they say, okay, bet you can have Stephon. You got Stephon Devin, but you only getting a 14th pick. You ain't getting a second pick. And then San Antonio fuck around and take Dylan Harper. That's just you bringing
That's
in
if you
somebody that can do the
value
same
you
thing as
value
Steph
Dylan
Curry will do.
Harper. That's if you value Dylan Harper as a second best player.
No, what you mean a second best player? If
You're
you
like,
traded them, you're gonna get Giannis. You mean like in the draft?
I'm saying, yeah, in the draft, like,
Oh,
yeah.
because I mean I wouldn't draft Ace Bailey if I was them. If I was the
Him?
Spurs.
No, that's yeah.
Which would it actually wouldn't be a bad look to draft him because he could shoot his ass off.
But
And they're
I
gonna need
still,
shooting with Giannis and Wemby. But Wemby play on the outside anyway.
we're
That
not
shit
going to
would
put Giannis and Wemby on the same team. You got
why not?
at some point we
Exactly.
gotta. Where is?
Bro, we talking about the Spurs.
Where's David Stern, bro?
Bro, we talking about the Spurs, bro.
I hate that motherfucker.
We talking
Man.
about the Spurs, bro. Think about it, bro. Giannis and Wemby can be on the same team next year. Don't be surprised.
Pop just stopped coaching, right?
Yeah, he stopped coaching. So Pop is, he don't really care. But he the president though. He the president of basketball shit. So he probably out there like, okay, how can we get Giannis?
Yeah, like he's out there really out scouting, making sure, okay,
Bro,
this lineup, that lineup.
Bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, he going to either Dallas or San Antonio, bro. It's not even a thought in my mind that he's not gonna be in Milwaukee next year at all. He's going to Dallas or San Antonio, bro. Like 100%.
I
There's no
love to
way
see
he
that San
doesn't.
Antonio, not gonna lie. I like it better
Bro,
than
that would be
Dallas.
insane.
Because then
That would be
he
insane.
goes to San Antonio, Dallas still got the number one pick. Then you got Cooper Flag developing around all different types of vets. So I think he could just elevate his game too, being in
Champions.
Dallas.
All of them champions. They all
Yes,
champions.
bro. And they're all
That'd be
different
hard.
attributes with their like hyphen in their game compared
That'd
to
be
him.
hard, bro. I think that's gonna be dope as hell. I think it's gonna be great to see, but I think the NBA gonna be fucked up when Giannis get to San Antonio, boy. Cause that puts him as an immediate championship contender. Immediately,
Yes, bro.
immediately. And you don't even gotta think about CP3. We forgetting they got De'Aaron Fox.
They just
They got
picked him
De'Aaron
up
Fox.
too. They got
Bro, they are
Castle.
gonna be nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Bro,
The Warriors really gonna be
bro.
faded away at that point. Like they could be maybe 8 seed.
Bro, they literally can trade those two picks and probably Devin Vassell and get Giannis, bro. But I think Milwaukee would probably want Castle. I think. But then does that really set the timeline back for San Antonio? No, because De'Aaron Fox is young. He not old. And Wemby ain't even 22 yet. Shit, is he 21? No, I think he might just turn 21.
Yeah, I think he just turned 21 because he was young. He was
Bro,
like
come on,
19 when he
bro.
got drafted, bro.
They gonna be crazy, bro.
Darren Fox,
They
how
gonna
old
be
is Darren
crazy.
Fox? Like 25.
26, 27? He
Okay.
like 26, 27.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
that
That team
that's
gonna
like
be crazy,
that's
bro.
a 4 year run in the playoff, 4 different playoff runs right there to deal with.
Bro, but like they gonna be so crazy defensively, bro. Like,
Down
oh
in the
my God.
paint, guarding out of the perimeter. They just drafted 3. I'm trying to think of some threes I like. Shit, even they fuck around get like somebody like Colin Knippel, that bro.
That'd be
Burning.
hard, bro. That'd be hard, bro. That'd be hard.
Put him at the 3. That's
I
exactly
know they
where he
already
play
on the
at.
phone. I know Milwaukee on the phone with Dallas and San Antonio right now, bro. Like, I know they are for a fact. Like, they probably
Mm-hmm.
are like fiending for them boys right now, bro. Like, trying to
Come
see
on, talk to me.
what can I do? What do y'all want to give us Giannis at this point? Like, what do y'all want? Because they really just need to blow that shit up in Milwaukee anyway, bro.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
That
We gonna
shit.
see, bro. It's gonna be a crazy ass draft. I already feel it. But remember what I told y'all. He going to one of those teams right now, May 14th at 12:27. I said this shit. He going to one of them two places, bro.
And
I'll
before
be
he
shocked
goes
if
to
he goes
somewhere.
anywhere else.
And before he
I'll be shocked
goes
if
to
he goes
like the
anywhere else.
Magic.
Yeah, nah, he won't. Nah, they ain't got enough assets.
They had to trade away like Franz, bro, or just have him and Paulo
But do
make
you
them
think
look like
Franz
a
is somebody you could build your franchise around? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. He nice, but he not that nice.
yeah.
I wouldn't build my franchise around him. Now, if we gonna talk about, let me get Paolo. Shit, here you go.
I think that's
Here you go.
untouchable though for the Magic. And they
Yeah.
know
So
that.
but that's the thing. Like Giannis is really untouchable, but he just in a situation where it's like, but I can't win. I know I can't win here no more. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows that he can't win there no more. So is you and the NBA always thrives when Texas teams are good, Los Angeles teams are good, and New York teams are good.
Yeah, the Marcus, bro.
Yeah, the markets,
Everybody
bro.
tapped
So
in, and then they're like, "Oh shit,
yeah,
they're good
and
again."
look, Houston was nice this year. Dallas, they were just hurt, and they still could have made the playoffs. San
Yeah,
Antonio would have probably made the playoffs if Wemby didn't get hurt, or they would have been
yeah,
at least in contention. So it's like now you got to have that market. Now you got to have the guy in the market because Giannis being in Milwaukee, come on now, that's boo boo.
yeah.
One of the best players in the league the last 10 years, and he in Milwaukee. Come on, bro, get him out of there, dog.
Exactly, bro.
He going to Dallas or San Antonio for sure. They the only ones that got the assets. I could. That's why I couldn't believe that fucking Dallas got the number one pick. Because my first thought was they gonna get fucking Giannis, bro. That was literally my first thought, bro. That was literally my first thought. I was like, man, fuck. They traded Luca to get Giannis, pretty much. Fuck.
And
That's what I'm like. That shit. The rich always get richer, bro. Like the Spurs, bro. They never really had real fall offs like that until recent. And the Mavericks the same way. They've been a constant since like 2000.
yeah,
So
bro, they just been
you
drafting and
know,
having the coaches, the whole
yeah,
staff, like
bro.
on board on the
So.
same wavelength. What do you think about Trey Young? What do you think? Do you think he's gonna leave?
He definitely needs some fresh air
Because
for
me and
sure.
Jordan been saying free Trey Young, bro. Especially
And I'm
seeing
a
that
trade.
man
I
get
love Trey
mad.
Young. I think he underrated. That's what I think. I think he get disrespected so much, and he is a walking 30 and 10. That shit is lame. How you get disrespected,
Bro, exactly. Like to see somebody crashing out who stat wise is cooking
bro?
during
He
the game
needs to
too.
go. It's only one team that he need to go to. Orlando. They need a point guard real bad, and that's the only team that can really hide his defensive flaws because they so damn big.
Mm-hmm. They
If they
play
get
so
him,
slow, but be missing so
boy.
much and don't have
If
the
they but
guard.
they play slow because they don't have a point guard. You got Franz running your PG.
Uh,
Boy, they get him. That's a whole different team, bro. That's a whole different team.
I mean, Jalen Suggs was hurt this for a lot of this year too, but then who do you
I like
trade?
Suggs. I like Suggs a lot.
He can
But I'm be
defend and play
honest.
both ways.
I'm trading Suggs. See ya. Gotta go. I'm probably gonna trade Cole Anthony. Gotta go. And then I'm probably gonna have to throw Mo Wagner in there. Gotta go. And then an expiring contract. I'll probably throw in like Gary Harris in there. And then a draft pick and go from there. That's
Yeah,
probably what I would do. That's probably what I would do.
sounds solid.
If I was if I'm the Magic, that's probably the best offer that you can get him. If I'm the Hawks, that's the best offer you're gonna get for Trey Young,
Because
to
everything
be
else they
honest.
could use to keep around him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean the only other team that has somewhat of a like a point guard issue and it's not really even an issue right now is Houston. And that's they not their issue is that Fred VanVleet got to get paid. They either gotta pay him or they gotta let him go
Yeah,
this year.
Fred, he
So
got the
yeah,
experience, but
he got this,
he
but
just
Trey
getting
Young is Trey
carried, bro.
Young. Yeah,
Exactly.
but Trey Young is Trey Young. He got set all those guys up for like success in different ways. Like you think about it, Sengun gonna eat, Jabari Smith gonna eat, A Man gonna eat if you got a Trey Young, as opposed to a Fred VanVleet who really not a setup guy. He's really a scorer or a shooter and a defender. So
Yeah,
that's the only other team. But and the reason I say them is because they could just trade Jalen Green and a pick. Like they got a lottery pick this year, so they could trade like Jalen Green a pick and throw somebody else in there like Cam Whitmore or something, and they can get Trey Young. You know what I'm saying? And Trey Young a playoff riser, so he ain't gonna do what Jalen Green has did. He gonna come to play, and you can't. And that's another team you can't really you can hide him on defense with because they so damn big and versatile as well. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. And I'm a Trey Young fan. I think he get done dirty.
yeah,
I think it's
bro.
ass that he end up in Atlanta.
That's what we say. Free Trey Young,
I think it's
because
terrible he end up there.
either they're hurt or they don't care enough to make the move, like real moves, to be able to be contenders. Because in the East, like yeah, you got your Boston, Pistons. They could go for like 5, 6 games realistically,
Yeah, yeah.
and then the Cavs played really good during the regular season, but that low management wasn't there. Getting people been hurt randomly throughout the season there. And then the
Mm-mm-mm.
Pacers, just like we were saying earlier, bro, they play amazing team ball.
Man, that team is a sleeper team. I hate to say this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they win the championship.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I was thinking that too. Like me and
I
Jordan was
wouldn't be
bagging
surprised.
them first round. Like, not really too excited about it. I swear, everybody in Indiana saw our TikTok from North Carolina. like
Mm-mm.
just going crazy. Like, you guys asleep? Like, okay. And one dude came back after they finally had beat, who was it? Milwaukee. He was like, "Do we have y'all respect now?" Shit.
Boy, they got mine. I ain't gonna lie, they got mine. They got
Nah,
mine
for
last
sure.
year. They got mine last year, or something. But I tell you, the reason I didn't want to get it that much love this year at first is because like I wanted to see them do that shit the whole year. But then Halliburton got hurt and they was injured, or something, so I let them slide. But then they got healthy going towards the playoffs, and they was one of the best teams in the NBA the last 2 months. I was like, oh shit, this team could be one of them. And then Spicy P, bro, I hate him, but I love him at the same time, bro, because he's such a good ass, like he a superstar glue guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like if there was a star status for them glue guys, he'd be a superstar. Cause
100%.
he going to give you whatever you need at that time.
So,
Mm-mm.
yeah, that boy, that's a problem.
Boy, different. He different. He different. I don't Indiana, like you said before, but they deep as hell too, dog. So we'll see.
Yeah, they just need to stay healthy and East for Eastern Conference. They're about to make a run to the finals. And I can't remember the last time they even been to the Eastern Conference
2000.
since
They
before
went to Eastern
last
Conference
year.
Finals. They went to the Eastern Conference when they played Braun and the Heat. What was that 2013? Yeah,
Yeah, so from
they
like
played them in
2013.
2013.
But that's crazy. Yeah,
And
that
before that, they ain't been since 2000. So it's been a long time.